Darrin Bauming is back from Bonfire Sports and NHL.com. So there's a lot of ways that we can go with that. Can we bring him in now? There he is, Bomber. Good to see you, my man. Where are you joining us from today, by the way?
I am in the Two Jacks press box in the Bob Irving Media Center at IG Field here in Winnipeg, where, of course, we'll see the Western Final on Sunday. Behind me there, I don't know if you can see it, but Cactus Jack Wells and John Jack Matheson, the two legendary broadcasters here in Winnipeg that this press box is named after. And looking across from here, it's the Blue Bombers Ring of Honor. The 13th inductee into the Blue Bombers Ring of Honor will be unveiled on Sunday prior to kickoff. Of course, that's the legendary voice of the Blue Bombers for nearly 50 years, Bob Irving. So he will join Bud Grant, Milt Stegall, Leo Lewis, Bob Cameron, Chris Walby, my good friend, and so many other fantastic Blue Bombers here. True legends and a deserving honor for Bob, no doubt.
No doubt, and I thank CJOB Radio for having me on their pregame show on Sunday to tee up the game and talk about Knuckles. Let's forget about the Macbeth situation in the East Final. You're here to talk about the West Final. Can you please set the scene as we sit here basically 48 hours away from game time?
Well, there is a lot of external debate, rest versus rust, right? The Winnipeg Blue Bombers really blew the entire CFL away this season, sitting at 11-1, and then had two final games to wrap up on the road in Montreal and in Calgary. Zach Collaros had a baby, so they sat him down or didn't even travel him to Montreal for that second last game. The final game of the regular season, he split quarterbacking with third-string quarterback Drew Brown. And really both of those games, I wouldn't say the Blue Bombers weren't going full bore. The guys on the field play to win. They always do that. That's Mike O'Shea's way. But they, rested a lot of guys. I don't think, they roster-wise approach that game the same way they would, say, this weekend's playoff game. And I think it served them well. They're extremely healthy. Jackson Jeffcoat, Brady Oliveira back in and looking good to go. Mike Miller has not practiced this week. An outstanding special teams player, CFL all-time special teams tackles leader. But he looks good to go. And I keep looking over my shoulder here because practice is still happening here at IG Field as we speak. But of course, all eyes are on Andrew Harris, who missed nearly 50 days between getting injured in the second quarter in a game against Edmonton to Wednesday this week, when it was the first time he admitted he had ran since the injury. Like, we're talking nearly 7 weeks without running. Was in the pool, was in the gym, working on Jacob's ladder to keep his fitness and conditioning where it needs to be. But really, Rod, he did not put any pressure or strain on that injured knee and hamstring area in his right leg. 34 years old, and we know how good he is when healthy. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are being extra cautious with him. He was limited yesterday during close practice. Today, not a participant, in winter boots and a parka at practice. So I think it's going to go to the 11th hour whether Andrew Harris plays or not. But here's the reality, Rod. The Blue Bombers had 3 separate 100-yard rushers this season. Brady Oliveira did it a couple times. Johnny Augustine had a 100-yard game, had a 65-yard game or a 70-yard game in splitting reps with Oliveira. I don't think it matters who carries the ball for the Blue Bombers. It's that star-studded offensive line, 4 all-stars and an outstanding center as well, and Michael Couture complementing those all-stars that, really, I think, I truly believe this Western Final will be won and lost in the trenches. A very, very good Saskatchewan Roughriders defensive front, great linebackers, outstanding defensive linemen against this run attack. And then, of course, the MOP, or at least the West candidate right now, Zach Collaros at quarterback. He can beat you with his arm.
I think Buck Pierce could quarterback Winnipeg to a victory in this game. It's all about the defense. It's about Winnipeg's defense. That's what it's all about. Historically low levels of points they're giving up in the fourth quarter. So there's that. I mean, let me just ask you your take on the matchup. The point spread is Bombers by 8. Are you taking that deal or are you not taking that deal?
Well, the line opened at 6, and I know a lot of people jumped on that because look at the way the line went, right? It's jumped 2 points in just a matter of a couple days, and we're still 48 hours away from kickoff for this game, Rod. I would take it. I think Winnipeg, going back to the rest versus rust and those last 2 games of the regular season, both losses for Winnipeg on the road. This is the strength of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. You can talk about that defense, no question. They're the best unit any of the phases across the league. They're the best in the CFL. But it's the coaching and it's the culture that Mike O'Shea has established here in Winnipeg. Every single week, we're 0-0. We want to improve to 1-0. And, time off, time away, preparation, the hard work, the right mentality, absolutely ignoring all of the external noise, trash talk, bulletin board material. It doesn't matter. The Blue Bombers have said it over and over again. They let their play do the talking. When a rookie and an all-star in DeAndre Alford, the Blue Bombers' outstanding cornerback, tells me, he lets his play do the talking. He doesn't engage in the words. He'll be guarding Duke Williams. He'll be guarding Kean Schaefer-Baker, maybe Shaq Evans on Sunday. He just says, hey, if they got words to say, I'm going to go try to make a play on the next play. When a rookie says that, then you look at someone like Adam Bighill or Andrew Harris or Stanley Bryan or Pat Neufeld, those veteran guys that really control the message inside the locker room. The screws on this Blue Bombers team are as tight as I could really imagine. That's what's most impressive. I don't expect any rust on this Blue Bombers team. I think they're going to come out on Sunday in complete control and really exert their authority. I don't care if it was the BC Lions or the Ottawa Red Blacks or Toronto or Hamilton here on Sunday. I think the Blue Bombers would be in control of that game as well.
Darrin, we got to run. Just please tell the folks about Bonfire Sports and where they can watch your previews of this big game.
YouTube.com/Bonfire Sports and bonfiresports.ca. You'll find all our links there. The legendary Chris Walby joins me for pregame coverage as always. So looking forward to a great one, Rod. And always good to be with you, my friend.
I appreciate the time, man. Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Darrin Bauming from Bonfire Sports joining us.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of The Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.